Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you with a Pokemon sales data video today. Oh my god, do we have a doozy. Um, let's just get started. Neogenesis. Only two in this, but there's this set I want to stay on for a little bit. Typhlosion number 18, the one that it has the less popular artwork, that is not as coveted. It is easier to find and easier to grade. First edition PSA 9, sold for $193. Slow King first edition PSA 9s for $535. All right, a little bit of a bump up from the last price, which was $490. Not all nines are created equal. Some nines might be stronger or not as strong, but this one happens to be a record price point. I still think it's pretty undervalued because there's not a lot of 10s. Those are 13 PSA 10s, something like that. I'll find out, but they're extraordinarily rare, extraordinarily hard to find, and even if you find them, the owners just don't sell. So what's left is the nines. I predict the nines will keep going up for the Slow King. That's just my opinion. Rocket set. Oh no, I'm sorry. Before we get to Rocket set, Neogenesis set. There is a Lugia. There's two Lugias on sale right now. At auction, they end in like 6 or 8 hours. One's a first edition PSA 8. The current bid is $2,050, and one's a first edition PSA 7, which current bid is $1,525. I fully expect that, and the 8 sells. That auction ends before the 7. So that first edition PSA 8 Lugia, I feel like definitely has room to run. I still have about 5-ish weeks, 6 weeks before I have to raise that money for my Trophy Kangaskhan. I have two 8s, and I have a 7. So I don't want to sell any of them. I'm going to try not to because I believe that is going to be the most popular undergraded card in the Neogenesis set. Obviously, if the 10 selling for $129,000, this is going to be absolutely bananas. I still think the 9s, 8s, 7s are all undervalued. Just my opinion. Rocket set. Dark Blastoise first edition PSA 10 sold for $910. Dark Alakazam first edition PSA 9 sold for $207. Fossil, we have a couple to go over here as well. Gengar first edition PSA 9 sold for $492. Haunter first edition PSA 9 sold for $183. I did always find it weird that they had a Hollow Haunter and a Hollow Gengar in the same set. This is the first appearance that you have of Gengar, and it's a Hollow, but Sabrina's Gengar just is awesome. It's cool. And to my knowledge, I don't think she has one in the games or in the anime. It's kind of left stating that, okay, well, Haunter's being left with Sabrina because that's what happens. And yeah, maybe she has a Gengar now, and maybe that's hers. So it was always something that was interesting, of two Hollows in the same set, that of the same evolution line. But I think it's cool. If they're going to do that, want to have a Hollow Ghastly. Pretty fun. Moltres first edition PSA 9 so for $330. Jungle, we only have one thing to go over. Electrode first edition PSA 9 so for $170. Fortress first edition PSA 9 so for $92. And that's from Neo Discovery. Gym Challenge, we have a Blaine's Charmander first edition PSA 10 sold for $198. No. Yes, Blaine's Charmander. And then a Blaine's Charizard first edition PSA 9 sold for $1850. I think the low end of Blaine's Charizard first edition PSA 9 is about $1550, so a little bit of a creep up. We'll see where that goes. Could go up a little more, could go down. I don't know. Short term, I have no idea. Long term, great card to get. Base set, we had a Vulpix first edition PSA 10, sold for $360. Before we get into the big one, the freaking big one, like the biggest sale, confirmed sale ever, $500 to $800. Where would I put it? What would I do? Slow King first edition PSA 9. That's probably a pretty good one. You can't really get even a first edition PSA 6 Lugia. You can't get for, I don't think that, but yeah, Slow King's pretty good. First edition PSA 9. I think that's very undervalued. Moving on to the biggest confirmed sale ever. The top 5 trophy cards. Let's say it is the Super Secret Battles. It's the Super Secret Battle promos, the Mewtwo artwork, the Trophy Kangaskhan artwork. You have the 1, 2, and 3, those Trophy Pikachus, but I'd count them as one, because, again, they're from the same set, first, second, and third place. But then you have the Pikachu Illustrator. Something that there's only 19 graded copies. Like, only 19 are authenticated. There's maybe a couple of others out there, maybe 30, 33, whatever. But only 19 are graded. And out of those 19 that are graded, 4 of them are labeled like authentic. This is authentic, and that's usually when there's authentic, they're usually pretty poor. They're usually like maybe fours, threes, maybe a six that only got a six because of a crease, and you just want to be really open about it when you want to trade again or sell it, resell it. We have one of them that's a PSA 4, similar to my Trophy Kangaskhan that I had. We have one that's a PSA 5, one that's a PSA 6. So out of that, we have 4. So that's 1, 2, 3. So that's 7 out of 19. We have 4 PSA 8s, and that's getting a near mint card. There is nothing wrong with getting a PSA 8, especially when it's a trophy card as rare as this. I don't know how much you'd have to spend for that. $100,000. There are 7 PSA 9s, which is a lot. So you have 4 authentic. You have 3 in the 4, 5, and 6, so that's 7. And then 4 PSA 8, so that's 11. 7 PSA 9s make up 8, so that's 18. And there's 1 PSA 10. Ridiculous. I don't know how many millions of dollars that would be. But we had a Pikachu Illustrator PSA 9 sell for $900,000. Confirmed sale on Instagram. I'll drop his Instagram down below so you can go and check it. It's absolutely bananas. I'm just, wow. It feels really good to have Pokemon, a PSA 9, go for $900,000. You know that PSA 10 is going to go for well over $1 million. $2 million maybe, because there's only one of them. Now, even still, you can make the argument, okay, well, there's 7 PSA 9s. That still doesn't mean those people who have it are selling. Like, that is stupid rare. All of these, like, this is the number 1 card in the hobby. I don't see how this goes to get. I just don't see it. I just don't see. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that even went for that low. But either way, it's still almost $1 million for this card. It's PSA 9, and there's 6 others. Again, 1 PSA 10. So I don't know how much you'd have to pay for a PSA 8. There's 4 of them. A couple, $250,000, $500,000. I don't think I'll ever get that card, but god damn if it's not. These are awesome. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. At this level, at the trophy level, doesn't matter. 10, 8, 7. You get this card, you have a piece of history. And it's beautiful to see like where it came from and what it is now, and it's only 25 years old. This is only a 25-year-old hobby. So I mean, I think this will definitely sell for, the 9 will sell for several million in the future. Because again, this is a young hobby. A lot of collectors out there, like sports card collectors and World War, like there are people that I know because I used to buy a lot of silver, a little bit of gold, but mostly silver. And you see where the bullion comes from, and you see what years they were, and you can do little rounds, you can do silver coins, you can do rounds, you can do bars, which I specialize in bars. But there's a lot of collectors that I knew in the silver industry that collected that only collected silver from really old coins, pre-World War II. They do not collect silver post-World War II. And a lot of other collectors that are trying to cross over into other markets, they said that Pokemon they wish was a little more like Magic. Not because of the playability factor or anything, they just wish it was older. Because they don't see it as vintage. They still see it as something modern. And modern to us means anything post like 2012. But for them, modern means anything post 1970, 1980. Some of them think post World War II is modern. And there are so many other people that are going to get into this hobby as it gets older, especially at the higher echelon of trophy cards. Now, that's the top of the top. The 10, there's no... It's whatever someone wants to pay. The person that has a 10 could see this and be like, you know what, if someone offers me 1.2, 1.5 million, they'll take it. But if they don't want to sell, and somebody that just wants to swing their dick in the air says, like, I'll give $5 million for it. Okay. So, again, it could sell for not that much more than the 9. Again, there's only one of it. just comes down to what that seller is willing to sell for and what a buyer is willing to pay for. Like me with my Misty's Golduck, previously I had turned down offers for $5,000 because I just didn't want to sell at that price. Now that I'm in like a bind and I need to, I might have to sell for $5,000. I actually messaged that guy back and he said, I actually found one, and he paid $4,500 for it. And I was like, oh, well, fuck me. But yeah, this is truly a historic day, historic moment. I will remember where I was with this forever. I was at work. It was an office. It was the day after my birthday, and when I found out. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, A Piece of History. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. My goal when I originally started these was just to talk about Pokemon and sales and data. I like numbers, and I felt bad going on E4, like, oh my god, new record price one for Caterpie, new record price one for this card, and it was getting so, like, because I didn't want to blow it up. So I came here to talk about it, and it resonates with a bunch of you guys. But my goal, now that I have a little bit of an audience, is to just grow the hobby. Share the video, like it, just have people, and there's a couple people that say, like, hey, you should have more views. And probably a couple people that are thinking, like, well, he gives really good data and really good advice, and I really don't want other people to have that same data because I want to capitalize on it, which is fine. That's something perfectly normal. But at the end of the day, I want to make sure that Pokemon reaches as broad an audience as possible. And let's be fair, you can't turn the corner and go down the block. Most people on your block will know who Pikachu is. They'll just know, oh yeah, it's Pikachu, it's Pokemon. Maybe even Charizard, or Lugia, probably even less. But this is something that I just want. Have you ever seen Avengers Infinity War? Where, maybe it was Civil War, where Vision goes to Wanda Maximoff and says, I wish for others to see you as I do. I just want everyone to look at Pokemon the way I do. Not as a children's game, not as something like a cartoon, something that's really awesome and powerful and makes you think. And it's just brings people together. And I know I'm going on a little too long. This is supposed to be a sales data video. I can make this another video. I love you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments good for the YouTube algorithm. Patreon down below. I love you all. Bye. Meow. Meow.